So let it be known, our return to college football revamped, it has been decided. We will be taking control of the University of Texas San Antonio, the Roadrunners, and it will be Texans only. Texans only. I'm going to have to buy a cowboy hat by the end of this one. We're going with the Texas only challenge with the University of Texas San Antonio. Again, they are a one-star program to kick things off, which is brutal. So this should be interesting, but we have quite a history. We have turned Tulane into a winner. We have turned Boston College into a winner. And now it is time to try and turn San Antonio into a winner. But with Texas only, that might end up being a little bit more difficult. We are going to start by speccing into recruiting. And I think we're going to go for the base scouting level upgrade to start. Obviously, it's going to take a long, long time for us to upgrade these fully. Oh, baby. It's so good. It's so good to look at this menu again. It's so good. Goodness. Well, I'm glad we got that decision. Glad we got that decision figured out early. So let's take a look really quickly. As far as I know, everything is going to be set up the way that I want it to be set up. So I don't think we're going to have to do anything too crazy. I totally forgot that I still have the OC and defensive coordinator upgrades. Yeah, we don't really have to worry about this too much because obviously season 1 is really going to be highlighted by our scouting. That's it. We're not going to play all that much, if at all. We have no real attachment to the starting players. It's about getting through this season as quickly as possible. And obviously, the starting roster for this team isn't going to be that great. Our best player is our punter. That's never a good sign when your best player is your punter. But that's where we're starting off. Let's go over defensive coordinator. Let's see. What do we want to go with here? Go power move and finesse move for that first upgrade. And for the offensive side of things, let's go with +1 carrying for those initial upgrades. So with that, yeah, not too much to do. We're going to be able to jump right into this. Hopefully we can't get fired. I'd like to think we're going to be able to avoid being fired. I'd like to think. Part of me is like, did I forget a setting to make sure I can't get fired? But hey, we'll find out. We'll find out. So again, it is going to be Texans only. Texans only. I know that's not going to happen. You get to deal with this. I got to close out some stuff here. Beautiful. All right, so Texas only. That's the challenge. And that is what we'll deal with. So let's go all prospects here. And, well, immediately some of the top options shut us out. No surprise there. All right, so, shit. Okay. This is brutal. All right, so out of quarterbacks, there are multiple 3-stars, which is good to know. Yes, chat, you are going to be able to rename people yet again. We're not going to do that at the start of it because why would we? They're not actually our players that we care about. Oh, God. I think we just have to. I mean, what were our team needs? I didn't even look to start things off. We need 2 quarterbacks, 2 fullbacks based off of our current strategy. We need everything. We don't need much on the defensive side of things, but we need a lot offensively. The defensive tackle and a couple outside linebackers, and then pretty much everything offensively. Jesus. So what do we have at defensive tackle then? There are a couple of 4-stars. There's no way we're going to get them. And then from there, who's rocking the best bench? I mean, I do prefer, we might have to look at the squat as well. Quite a few people over 400. All right, so yeah, there we go. So anything over a 400 bench, higher squat, the better. We'll look at Bo Martin and Josh Mills. And that should be okay. Well, shout out to Jesse Jackson, the white Jesse Jackson, and there's a Michael Johnson. What do we got at outside linebacker? We do have a 3-star who's kind of interested in us. So that's good. Let's add the 2 4-stars. We got the 3-star Mark Jones. And another 3-star Alex Quinn who's interested. Beggars can't be choosers. We got to fight for these guys as soon as we possibly can. It's also a 1-star who has the worst squat who's interested in us. That's good to know. All right, so that's the defense handled for season 1, at least our starting options. We need ourselves 2 quarterbacks because we have 3 seniors and 1 freshman. Right. There are a couple of athletes as well, which is always nice. I can't imagine we're going to find that much success with them, but we'll probably try. Bunch of 3-star quarterbacks, none of whom are interested in us, so that kind of sucks. Who has the best 40 time? All right, so there's no outright rapid quarterbacks this year, which kind of sucks. There is this guy, Marcus Clifford. He's a scrambler, but again, he's not all that fast, so that doesn't help. In terms of bench, you got a couple of guys here who are probably quite strong. Max bench is 380. This is humble beginnings. I always forget what the starting kind of deal is like here, and yeah, it's never overly fun. Let's add these athletes really quickly. That brings us up to 13 out of our initial 35. Quarterback, I don't even know, man. I don't even know. God, how do we want to decide this? Screw it. Let's just go off a bench. Try to find a guy who has a cannon of an arm and hope for the best. We'll go for this guy because he has a crazy squat as well. Is that the best? It was not. Shout out to Will Smith. Damn good bench, damn good squat. Let's go for him as well. Who else do we have? We need 2 fullbacks. I'll probably just scout 1 because we'll change up our formations, playbooks and such. In terms of interest, Robert Moses and Todd Walker. Perfect. And then we need ourselves a kicker and everything on the offensive line. God help us. God help us. All right, we do have quite a few kickers who are interested. None of the 3-stars are. We'll take a look at Brett Frank, Tom Thomas, great name, Eddie Stanley. And even at punter, Jermaine Kenny is interested in us. That's not bad. 12 spots left for this O-line. We do have a couple of guys who are interested. Please tell me that's O.J. Simpson. It's Obadiah. Yes, the great Obadiah Simpson. Fucking Jebediah Springfield and Obadiah Simpson. It's beautiful. In terms of the squats, a couple of crazy squat ratings for these guys. I don't imagine we're going to get them. So let's focus on Donald Homiller, Anthony Schneider, Tyler Whitaker. We got a couple of guards who are interested. Honestly, we're just going to start looking for steals. And hopefully the guys that are interested, some of them actually end up being steals. But that brings us to our initial 35. Fingers crossed, some of them are half decent. So let's see, our starting roster. We can actually redshirt this senior Lowell Narcisse. Narcisse? Who's to say? We're going to redshirt him and Eddie Lee Marburger. What a phenomenal name. We might not change that at all. I mean, we're actually not going to because, yeah, but Eddie Lee Marburger. We'll redshirt those two. Running back wise, we have an 86 overall running back, Sincere McCormick. Dude, these names are better than what chat's going to come up with. This is awesome. I mean, redshirting McCormick wouldn't be the worst idea, just to not lose him. But I also don't want him to get pissed into leave. Right. We'll run with McCormick, Daniels, and Cadrick Cobbs. Even better. Paulie, what's up? We'll redshirt Justin Rodriguez as well. We don't have fullbacks. Wideouts. Holy shit. Okay. So, shout out to Tyke Ogle Kellogg. What the fuck? Oh, this is so good. These names are so good. Oh my god. All right, well, Trayvon Bradley, DeCorian Clark, Joshua Cephas. Gonna redshirt those guys, so it'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Honestly, I think we can redshirt Sheldon Jones as well. Try to hold on to as many players as we can. Holy seniors. We'll keep Dan Dishman. Let's let redshirt Leroy Watson, our best tight end. Left tackle, nothing we can do there. Left guard, center, right guard, right tackle. We'll redshirt Monty Williams. Defensive end, some of these names are going to be great. Shout out to Lorenzo Dantzler. Cyrus Simon, I guess. Weird name. Let's go ahead and redshirt him for the hell of it. Go with 5 defensive ends. Defensive tackle, redshirt the freshman Ronald Triplett. Linebackers. We got a 76 sophomore. We'll run the seniors. Donyai Taylor will redshirt. And then middle linebackers, holy shit. Let's go ahead and redshirt Jamal Ligone, Drew Prox, and Avery Morris, and we'll run the 3 that have already been redshirt. For the corners, we can afford to redshirt one dude. It'll be the sophomore, Xavier Spencer. We'll just let Mayfield Jr. play out his senior season. And let's redshirt Clifford Chapman. God, some of these names are amazing. Hunter Duplessis. Lucas Dean. Cool. All right. Custom schedule-wise, I think we'll just roll with what it is. We'll roll with what it is. Yeah, even though it's a C- strength of schedule, we're just going to get steamrolled this season. Like I said, season 1 is all about just getting our initial recruitment class in here. And that'll be the first crop of talent that chat will have the ability to rename. So, yeah. Beautiful. Live trade deadline podcast, no. But it will be up the same day. It will be up the same day. All right. So, we play the New Mexico Lobos to kick off the season. But before that, please, God, tell me that we have had some luck with this initial recruitment. So quarterbacks, we are still kind of in the running for all 4 of them. I can't imagine any of them are all that great. We are just going to start off with the scouting. Yeah. So I was hoping to see some improvements. Hoping to see some improvement here. So far, not so good. So Ripley, redshirting a player essentially means they sit out the season without losing future eligibility. So if they're a sophomore, then technically next season they will also be a sophomore. The risk is that they can say, screw you, I'm leaving. I wanted to play. So that is always the risk. Oof, so -4 for Todd Walker at fullback. So we'll be looking at Robert Moses, likely. Let's see. So again, first step here is get a lot of these players scouted, hope to find improvements. It's looking good for Danny Rice right now. Yeah, we need to try to find any potential steals that we can out of the players that are actually interested in Bumblebee. It is indeed our first season. Kyle Wilson, oof, that's a low rating. Defensive tackle. So Bo Martin's going to be the man. He'll probably be too good. Isaac Anderson's also looking pretty good. I got a bad feeling about this first recruitment class already. A lot of the guys that we need, I think, are going to end up being damn good and more likely to go elsewhere. Shout out to Tom Thomas, though, showing up as a 70 right now. And that punter, Jermaine Kenny's looking pretty good. The 5 athletes that we have. This dude is shaping up to be a running back or probably a corner or safety. Eric Hadley, he's a 73. Could end up being a half-decent quarterback. Red McFarland's up by 1. Definitely not a quarterback. 84 spin move. Quentin Rampage Jackson. It's a 68. 80 throw power. And then Alexander's looking like a bit of a bust. Okay. All right. Let us reorder this. Nope, that's not what I wanted. R2 is supposed to be reorder, man. There we go. That's also not what I wanted. I forgot what the sort option is. Sort by. There we go. Actually, yeah, let's sort by overall. Sort by overall. Start fighting for the best of the best. At least get our name into that conversation. There we go. That is how we will start off our first week of scouting. Like I said, first season, not too worried about the results. Our players are our players. We are favored over New Mexico. Thankfully. I mean, New Mexico is also a team that starts off as a 1-star program. Just make sure the depth chart's good to go. So yeah, 82 rated quarterback to kick things off. Decent running back. I mean, an 86. It's not amazing. But Tyke Ogle-Kellogg. He's beautiful. It's a beautiful, beautiful name. All right. Can we win our first ever game? Again, not going to bother playing it because I want to, again, get players on the team that we actually care about. 38-21, not bad. Not bad. Yeah, for us, in a rebuilding process, we'll really start to care towards the, really towards the second season onward, as Derek Alexander, a linebacker, he has committed to Texas A&M.
Here comes a pizza, see it?
Okay. Shout out to Risking for the Biscuit. 51 months, my God. University of South Dakota in the game. No, they are not.
He's been asked to leave the ball.
No, they are not. Unfortunately. Unfortunately. Let's see. Recruiting. Let's continue to upgrade our scouting proficiency. Not too worried about Locksmith right now. Not too worried. We're going to get absolutely crushed by Oklahoma State in week 2. But that is all right. All right, so quarterback-wise, 400 points back on Will Smith. Oof, already 800 back for Brett Collier. Let's keep scouting here, though. Let's try to max out our scouting options. Try to max out what we have scouting-wise here. All right, so Collier, 75% scout is a 64, but look at that from Ronald Griffin. It's a +8. Nearly into gem territory. He might be our top target. He might be. Fullback-wise, Moses staying at a 61. Not looking too good for Walker. Miller still a 68, 100% scouted, not bad. Whitaker back down to a 62, and then Schneider, oof, not looking good. Hype for the new game next year. Same. I'm keeping my expectations in check because, well, it's an EA Sports game. But at the very least, if it sucks, we always have this. Ooh, speaking of sucks, Grant Walton. A tough hit there at the end. What do we got for the centers? Campbell's looking okay. Wilson. And Jonathan Dean is terrible. Cool. Defensive tackle, yeah. Gem for Bo Martin. I don't know if we're going to be able to land him, but we're definitely going to try. Let's see. Linebacker Anthony Reed is looking all right. Upshaw, he's a 78. Quinn is a 65. Jones at a 64. What else do we got? We got the kickers. Still in the lead for Tom Thomas. Saginaw, Texas. He is still showing up as a 70. All right, cool. So we did need a kicker. Gem of a punter. Terrible accuracy, good power, though. So, I know it's been a year, but I don't remember the screen. I mean, they did upgrade like the background and stuff like that, too. Leroy, there will be gameplay, yes. Once we kind of build up the team and it's really our team. I mean, Season 1, though, you know, it's not really our team. We have inherited these players. Let's go ahead and remove Darius Alexander. But in terms of these athletes, it's not looking that bad. All right, so again, let's sort by overall. We'll go ahead and, well, actually, point-wise, we might as well just stay with the highest rated dudes. Okay, so already we can kind of make the choice for Anthony Reed. We are 900 points back. There's no way. There's no way that we're going to be able to fight for this guy long term. It's just not going to happen. Let's go ahead and bow out of. And actually, let's double check everybody. So quarterback wise, Nick Griffith, looking like the highest rated guy. It's a 580. We're already 800 points back on Brett Collier. I'm going to bow out of that. 400 back for Smith and 300 back for Griffin. We'll stay involved with those three quarterbacks. Fullback-wise, I mean, we're 700 points back on Todd Walker. That's looking pretty bad. I don't think we're going to be able to make up ground there. So Robert Moses is pretty much going to be our guy at fullback. San Antonio's own. For the tackles, Miller, it's not looking good. We are in the lead for Tyler Whitaker. And for Schneider, I think we'll back out on Miller. Although, granted, it's North Texas at the top. We might actually be able to fight for him. That's a rough one. Guard, we're in the lead for Danny Rice. Close for McDowell. In the lead for Howell and Walton. All right, we're looking good at guard. And then center, 700 points back on Thomas Campbell. We'll probably have to back out there. The problem is the others. We'll fight for him, actually, because the other centers are shit. The defensive tackle, there's no way we're going to be able to outduel freaking Florida or LSU. I mean, look at this. One of these teams is not like the other. So we'll go ahead and back out on old Bo Martin. Peter Martindale, we're out. Isaac Anderson, we're out. Josh Mills, we're probably out too. I'll try to put up... No, the other... Yeah, we're going to have to find a different defensive tackle. We're going to have to. Hey, I found a whistle. Thank you very much for the 2 months. And I'm sure it'll be nothing but jokes like that. We're screwed for Anthony Reid. Back out of that. Definitely out on Upshaw. Alex Quinn, Mark Jones. We do have a chance. And for the kickers, well, we're kind of out on Eddie Stanley already. So, punter, we're in the lead for Jermaine Kenny. And then, okay, Eric Hadley. Have fun at OSU. Yeah, no surprise. Dirty Bird Mo as well at 31 months. It's been lovely tonight so far on the resubs. Thank you very much for supporting my face, and I'm glad you're excited for the return of this, because we always have fun with this every single year. Let's try to find a defensive tackle. Again, for those that missed it, we are scouting only Texans. Texans only is the deal. I would like to view results, please. Thank you. So defensive tackles, I'm just going to make sure. I'm sure it did sort properly. Defensive tackles out of Texas. And again, unfortunately for like Bo Martin, Josh Mills, Martindale, Isaac Anderson, we're pretty much out already. So that doesn't leave us with too many options. I do not like the competition we'd have for Jesse Jackson, or for Caleb Ferguson, or for Michael Johnson. Adam Hubbard, man, even Texas Tech is in for Adam Hubbard. He's a 1-star. What the hell is Texas Tech doing going after that guy? Eric Summers, it's North Texas and Rice. Start to target him, I guess. I'm just trying to see if there are certain teams like Travis Dodd we might be able to fight for. Big Nate, how the heck are you? Yeah, there's some of these guys we might be able to fight for just based off of having lesser competition. Even if they are not the strongest from a statistical standpoint, beggars cannot be choosers in the first few seasons. We got a while to go. Mr. Daniel Webster, 30 months on the prime. And again, you can catch Danny Webster on our trade deadline edition of the Tukey Steak podcast out March 3rd. 2 years in a row, Danny. 2 years in a row. I am so excited for that podcast. So excited. Back up to the recruiting board. Waiting for midnight so I can get something to order from a store. Just want to sleep. Oof. The hell, do we still have midnight releases? All right, let's go ahead. Scout out these dudes really quickly because we are in desperate need of a half-decent defensive tackle, and I don't know if we're going to find one, if we're being honest. I legit thought today was Friday. That's fair. That's fair. I mean, I'm still adapting from being back from Finland, so, man, I don't even know. I've really struggled all day to be like, okay, wait, what day is it? So, I get you. All right, let's fight for the highest rated dudes with the points that we have left, just to show them that we are indeed interested. And again, hopefully, it won't take that long to land our first recruit. We are going to get absolutely crushed by OSU. 40-14. No surprise. No surprise there. But again, this is a one-star program, as they call it. A one-star program. Which means we are going to be bad for a very long time.